I'm Faizamin. The Bayview Extension here just south of Pottery Road has since reopened following an afternoon of flooding that left several vehicles trapped and stranded, many of them waiting for hours to get towed on the side of the road. A flood warning was in effect as parts of the GTA have been hit with the early morning and afternoon rainfall. Well, the good news for now is that water here on Bayview has receded, but Toronto Region Conservation Authority says the water levels are still causing some hazardous conditions.
Our key message, of course, is to let people know that they need to turn around, find an alternate route, and to stay well away from the rivers and streams. The good news is that the water levels do seem to have stabilized, especially in that area around brickworks, but stable doesn't necessarily mean safe. Stable just means that we're not expecting them to go up much further anymore, but it'll still take time for those water levels to come back down to a safe level. And even once the threat of flooding has subsided, there are still risks because the water is going to be running fast and water is going to be running high, and those river banks, which have been saturated by this water, might be slippery.
Authorities advise motorists to steer clear of flooded roads and areas. Even though the waters may not be as high, many motorists on the Bayview learned the hard way today when they attempted to drive through the flooded roads.
It seemed normal, but then all of a sudden the water got deeper, and then it stopped the motor. And the water just stopped. Once you get water in the motor, you're done for.
I looked ahead of me and everybody was going through the water, and the water was getting deeper, but everyone was beelining it. And as I went through it as well, my car stalled. I was an hour and a half, I was in the car, and the car kept rocking every time people were going by because of all the waves. So it was kind of crazy.
Now, that flood warning was canceled just moments ago, but the water levels are still considered higher than usual, and so authorities are advising motorists to steer clear of any flooded areas, especially by rivers and streams, as the banks remain slippery and may cause for some hazardous conditions. After earlier problems on the Richmond GO line, regular GO train service has also resumed.